Aloha, everyone. Welcome to our Hawaii Mastermind 808 webinar. We're so glad to see you all there today. My name is Grant Kapono Kanoho. I've been a proud member of RRC or CRS, however you want to call it, for the last few years. And I'm proud to be the Finance Director Chair this year as well. Before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that we are recording this session, and the recording and the accompanying PowerPoint that's going to be shared today by Kim, these will all be emailed to you folks following today's class. You know, as usual, we wouldn't be able to do these types of events without the grace and just the giving nature of our sponsor. And so today we'd like to acknowledge and thank our sponsor for today's webinar, Guaranteed Rate. At this time, I'd like to introduce Tim O'Leary, who would like to say a few words.
Thank you, Kapono, and it's a pleasure to be here. As always, we're very appreciative to and proudly sponsor the events for CRS. And today, what we want to do is just spend a few minutes just briefly giving you some touch points from each of our loan officers that will be able to share some great tools to help buyers as well as sellers. So we'll go ahead and start with the flyer, Crystal. And Cheryl, go right ahead.
Thank you, Tim. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for having us. My name is Cheryl Godo, and I'm an AVP of Mortgage Lending at Guaranteed Rates. I wanted to introduce our Power Bid Pre-Approval Program, which is a complimentary program we offer your clients for full underwriting approval before they've even settled on a property. With our Power Bid Pre-Approval, your clients will stand miles above other buyers' offers and be able to compete with other cash buyers as well. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us for more information. And with that, I'd like to introduce my colleague, Justin Guidon, VP of Mortgage Lending.
Hey everyone, I'm Justin, VP Mortgage Lending over here at Guaranteed Rate. And I wanted to talk to you guys just quickly about temporary buy downs in the market right now. Really good talking point with you guys about when you're listing properties. It's been sitting a little bit, maybe offering a little bit of a seller concession to get a temporary buy down to give the borrower a little bit better rate. We have flyers that we can generate for those products that we can co-brand everything with you guys. So if you guys have any questions about temporary buy downs, I'd love to share some numbers with you and the benefits of those.
Go ahead and hit that flyer again, Crystal. One more time, or two more times. There you go.
Okay, hi, I'm Marilee Hendrickson Flores, VP of Mortgage Lending, Guaranteed Rate, and I have a reference guide for you on one of the flyers that will be available. The big takeaway is the top portion for you. It shows the new conforming and high balance loan amounts, and Hawaii is in the high cost area, so it's a real plus for our clients. They can do a 1 unit for over $1 million now, $1,089,300. So that's really helpful because our prices are, already in that range for single family homes. And as you go down the flyer, there's different information about when the appraisal will expire. VA allows 6 months compared to the other loan programs, which allow 4 months until it expires. And another highlight on this flyer that's really helpful is the minimum down payment for different loan products. We actually have 2 that are 0 down, USDA and VA, and then 3% for Fannie Freddie. So there's a lot of information on here. There's more information about, seller closing expenses, credits that sellers can offer. So if you'd like more information, please reach out and give me a call. And let's take it back to Kapono Kanoho.
Thank you all. Thanks, Tim, Cheryl, Justin, and Marilee. If you've never worked with Guaranteed Rate, I have this to say: they're an exceptional group of loan officers. The technology and the tools and the communication that they provide is top notch. And so, we're all in this together. And as the market changes and as we all are out there hunting for business, having good partners in our industry is so important. And so I applaud you all for being here on this session today. And just again, thank you so much to Guaranteed Rate. At this time, I'd like to introduce Raymond Kang, the Hawaii RRC president, who's going to give us a quick update on all of our upcoming Hawaii RRC activities. Raymond?
Thank you, Kampono. 新年快乐, Happy Lunar New Year. Come celebrate Chinese New Year this coming Thursday, January 26th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Anaha, the 12 slots left. And it's $40 per person. That includes great networking, food, drinks, and beautiful sunset. Unfortunately, the appointments for readings by Clarence Hall has been sold out. How to obtain your certified residential specialist destinations? Come join us this coming Friday. No, it's on February the 3rd of Friday at 10 a.m. and it's a free webinar. Drive by no more, show love in person. Come celebrate the class of 2022, our new CRS graduates. It's going to be at Honolulu Country Club on February the 17th of Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and it's $55 per person for luncheon. And all the reservations has been posted in the chat box. Our first CRS course for the year 2023 is going to be on February 21st and 22nd, and it's at a Tuesday and Wednesday, each day from 8 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. It's $125 for CRS members and $150 for guests. See, get your CRS destination and you save $25. The Hawaii CE pending is pending. And at the end of this class, we are giving away a seat to the CRS course, so you must be present to win. Good luck. The RRC and Rebuy Book Club is having a meeting on February the 16th, Thursday at 9 a.m. It's going to be virtual on Zoom. The featured book is called Boundaries and it's by Dr. Henry Cloud and Dr. John Townsend. Before we introduce our speaker, I'd like to bring in Tricia Nikota, which is our RRC President-elect, and she's going to talk about celebration. Tricia.
Thanks a lot, Raymond. Hey, everyone. I hope you're having a fabulous day. I am here to talk about RRC, the Residential Real Estate Council's annual event that is going to be taking place on February 8th through the 9th in Atlanta, Georgia. It's only 15 days away, but guess what? You still have time to sign up. It is an event that you do not want to miss. It's going to be jam-packed and concentrated with so many wonderful educational sessions. Kim, I think you have a session at Celebration, so we get to see you there live. Woo! And also lots of great networking opportunities. It's a great time for you to build those relationships with other like-minded realtors like yourself. Now, if you want to go, you can register at crs.com and you can get 15% off by using my code. You can see it on the screen there, Tricia23, and you'll get, again, 15% off your registration. Now, I know you're probably thinking this is a long way to go, but I'm going to tell you it is worth it. We probably have about 15 Hawaii people that are going to be attending, so come join us. And if you have any questions, reach out to me. I'd love to be able to help you guys get on your way to Atlanta. Look forward to seeing y'all. Take care.
Thank you so much, Raymond and Tricia. Must be nice, Tricia, to have your own discount code with your own name. What is that? Anyways, thank you all for being here today. You know, we like to take this time. All of you are here for one reason, and that's to welcome our speaker, Kim Cameron. Kim Cameron is a high energy speaker. I want to see that, Kim. Trainer and top producing realtor. As an RPAC major investor, Kim is committed to advocacy, protecting property rights and home ownership. She has served the Residential Real Estate Council Board of Directors, Region 6 and Region 8, Vice President, Missouri's RRC President, Finance Committee, and Masterminds. Please, everyone, join me in welcoming Kim Cameron.
Oh my gosh, that was a really nice introduction. Can I just take you on the road? One thing that you might not know about me is the year that I was president of Missouri, Tisha was president of Hawaii. So, and it's amazing that we're still 25, that we've known each other that many years, right? And she's incredible. So you are so fortunate to have the 2024 national president of the Residential Real Estate Council, and not only one of my favorite human beings, Tricia Nakota, but also an incredible leader. So thank you so much for having me. This is going to be a fun little time together. I decided, sometimes I like to play with slide decks, and I decided that I was going to name our little time together, Get Your Listing Groove On in 2023. And the reality is we've got a class coming up next month that's called Creating Listing Abundance. And a lot of that class is about mindset, winning, asking the right questions from the first phone call to the appointment, and just being stellar and sharpening your tools when you're having those conversations. But the other aspect of it is I'm going to ask you at the end of this webinar, what are some things that you're missing in your business? So I'm going to share things totally unrelated, but all about listings and how I get business and what I do in my own business, because it's kind of fun. But I do want to know at the end, because I have the autonomy as an instructor to add additional content, things that I do in my business that I've learned from other incredible realtors around the country over the years. So start thinking as I'm talking, what are some of your challenges in your business? What are some of your wild successes that you want to duplicate or improve in 2023? And how can we make sure that when you register for the class for February 21st and 22nd, that we maximize your time and you leave there immediately ready to implement and be even more successful in the new year? So as has been mentioned, I am from St. Louis. I'm a CRS junkie. I've been an instructor for the last 5 or 6 years. True story, my first gig, I like to call it gigs, teaching for the council was actually in Hawaii. I came to the celebration that you had in 2018. So you guys are some of my favorites. So I'm not going to lie, I'm talking to the best people in our business. So I do hail from St. Louis, and I love networking with my CRS peeps. It is the most fun of anything else that I do in teaching and sharing. This is my husband, Sid, who's my business partner. This is my team that's out there hopefully doing something and selling today while I'm here. And this is my giant golden retriever, Mally. I can tell you, and this is a great quote, excellence is not an act, it is a habit. And the reality is successful realtors time and year after year do things that unsuccessful realtors just don't want to do. They're enhancing their habits. I've had a lot of people say, well, what's your business plan for 2023? My business plan is and then some. What did we do last year that was successful? Well, let's sharpen our tools and then some. Let's take everything we were doing and amp it up just a little bit more and prepare for a market that's going to be more challenging than 2022 because things are changing. It doesn't mean the world's collapsing. I think we still have some great times ahead. But how can you sharpen what you're already doing and just make it a little bit better, a little more refined, so that you have more contact, better relationships, stronger communication, purposeful, intentional interaction with your clients for a higher level of loyalty and referrals and return on investment as a result? So I'm going to share a few things with you. First off, I get this question a lot. What do you do in your business? Well, I like to start with, what do I not do in my business? I don't pay for leads. I will pay a CRS or a realtor referral fee all day long, but I don't spend time paying for leads. I don't call on expired listings. And I know some realtors who are exceptional at that. That is their business model. It's not mine. It is not my forte. I don't call on unrepresented sellers, FSBOs. Let's just call them what they are. They're unrepresented sellers. Somebody trying to sell their home that doesn't have a coach. They're unrepresented. I don't do cold calls. I don't have ads on park benches or billboards or bus stops. And when you're in my class, I'll tell you a really funny story about a realtor that did have an ad on a billboard and it didn't work out well, but it's more humor. And I don't put ads in any print publication with the exception of the CRS book, because the CRS book in my world isn't just for CRSs. It's for my office and all the people that don't have the CRS designation, because the top 3% have the designation. So for the other 97%, they use it as a reference guide so they can call great agents to place referrals in other markets. Here's what I do. Yes, I said do. I make weekly calls to our top 50. Take your entire database of people and break it down into those top 50. Who are the people that know, love, and trust you the most, that will refer to you more than any other clients? That can be your client. It can be a vendor. We all have that one vendor that you know is just your golden nugget. We make sure that we love on them at a much higher level. We do face-to-face with our sphere of influence. Handwritten notes. The power of a handwritten note. Think how little mail, at least if you're anything like me, how little mail you received today versus years ago. I love a handwritten note. Weekly equity evaluations. We don't call them CMAs. We call them an equity evaluation. We're evaluating the equity in their biggest asset. So call it what it is. We are the financial advisor on their home. Lots of pop buys. Now I'll give you a couple tips on pop buys. Client prospecting, client parties, big and small. I love client parties. The smaller, the better for me, because I get to love on them at a higher level, but the client parties are huge for us. National holidays. If you've ever seen me speak, I love the quirky national holidays. So I'll share with you a few of the things that we're doing and where we're getting some of that from. And our system for just being consistent. There is a great CRS class that is written and taught by the systems queen. Oh my gosh, Debbie Yost. I can't believe I almost forgot her name. Debbie's incredible, and she has a class on systems. She always says systems will set you free. My team and I have taken that class 3 times in the last 4 years. There is always something to learn. There is no system that is set in stone, and there's always room for improvement. So always be enhancing those systems. So here's what we do. And I have on my team, myself, 4 buyer's agents, and my husband, and a part-time assistant. So each week we are to make our weekly 35, which is 20 handwritten notes. Now, if you do 10 handwritten notes, is that more than you wrote the week before? So don't get caught up on the number, but think about in your own business, what your business would look like is if you purposefully and intentionally blocked out a time or an hour or 2 hours a week to write handwritten notes to the people that know, love, and trust you the most and reached out to your people. So if 20 is too many, make it 10. And I have to tell you, there's a lot of weeks that we don't get 20 handwritten notes out. But I know that if we send 10 or 15 handwritten notes out, that's probably 10 or 15 more than the average realtor. So don't be average. Think higher. And if you don't meet that goal, that's okay. You're going to fail forward. It's still better than you were doing before. 10 calls, FaceTime, face-to-face, past clients. Connect with your past clients. And I know 10 doesn't seem like a lot, but how often do you go, oh my gosh, I'm negotiating an inspection notice. We have multiple offers. We have an open house and I have to meet the photographer and the stager and all the minutia that goes into real estate. And then a week goes by and we go, oh my gosh, I haven't called any of my past clients. 10 past clients a week. This is the most important thing that we do is we do face-to-face with 3 past clients every single week. And these past clients can be vendors that have also been clients, but getting face-to-face, nose-to-nose, toes-to-toes, coffee, lunch, dog park, you name it. By the way, this particular topic is I love the 8 a.m. soccer games on a Saturday morning because you know who's there? Nobody. They're not distracted by friends and family. It's just the parents that have to be there. And I pop by with my realtor hat because I'm not doing anything else at 8 a.m. on a Saturday. Typically, there's nobody else that wants to see me. And they go, oh my gosh, is this your sister? No, that's my realtor. Really? Yeah, my realtor, you know, all that interaction. I have picked up referrals at soccer games, 7 p.m. on a Sunday night softball game, when I just stop by and visit the clients I know are fun, and I sit and cheer on their kid and that's on the field and have a nice conversation, and I meet the people that they know. And you know what it costs me? $0. I love free. And then lastly is just pay it forward. Compliment a perfect stranger. Put some kindness and goodness out in the world with random acts of kindness. So with that being said, the next question I get is, well, where do you get all your stuff? I love to run an incredibly financially lean business. I don't like to spend a lot. I want to make sure that whether my business is up or down, and fortunately we've had several years of up, that I will be that much more profitable. And there are certain aspects of our business that the beautiful embossed, stationery and linen letterhead makes sense. There are other times that just the act of sending something that is branded to you also makes sense without breaking the bank. So whether you're new in the business or you just want to be cost effective in your decisions, these are the things that I do, and they all come from Amazon. And none of this is expensive. The individual letterhead has the K, those little informal note cards. You can put any initial on there you want. They come in about 25 different colors, and there's 24 of them for $15. None of it's going to break the bank. The birthday cards, 120 different birthday cards for $25. And they have a little sticker that seals the envelope, so you don't even have to lick the envelope closed. I know, first world problems, but it's so nice. And they're cute. We put our little sticky business card on the inside, 120 birthday cards. And if your budget's super, super low and you really want to be lean and mean in 2023, 200 die cut individual cards. The back side is white. The other side is the color of the rainbows. 200 of them for under $18 with Amazon Prime. I love to keep things inexpensive. And what I've learned the last 3 years is I don't want to leave the house or office to buy anything. I want it to come to me. So we've focused a lot on face-to-face, and we call them pop buys, but the reality is I want to have some sort of swag that I can hand out when I'm running around town, when I'm meeting a client for the first time. Like, for example, I just happen to have laying around, this is our bubble wand that is, I'll show you guys a close-up. Let's see if we can close up there and get rid of the blurry. It's just bubbles. Bubbles are fun. Everybody loves bubbles. And we have a little hang tag that says, for a magical experience, call us. I like to have stuff that I can constantly have with me so that I can give it out. And if I'm in the area and I go, oh my gosh, my past client lives down the street, I can do a pop by. Because here's the reality. A lot of times they're not home and they have little cameras. So you kind of go, show them, be like, show it to them, take a picture, text them, and say, this is a nugget that you want to write down. Sorry, I missed you. If you miss me too, give me a call. I learned that from Lee Brown. Sorry, I missed you. If you miss me too, give me a call. So I like to have some inexpensive options that are always in my tool belt, in my office, in my car, in the car of my agents, to always have with us, whether we're doing a pop by, going to a conference. For those of you going to Celebration and you're like, oh my gosh, airfare is expensive, 80 little shout wipes, wipe and go for $24, because I'm sorry, some of these realtors wear a lot of makeup and they leave it on me. Those are a great way to say, shout if you need anything. I am your Honolulu realtor expert. Thanks for being extra special. 15 packs of extra gum for $8. They come in a bevy of colors that will match your brand. I love to buy candy close to midnight on Halloween. That's where I get half of it for the year at Walgreens. I clear them out. So lots of different ideas and things that you can do that just reflect who you are. One of my agents loves to garden. And so we did Don't Forget Your Referrals, Make My Business Bloom, and walked her entire neighborhood of 170 homes this spring and got 3 listing referrals from it. We did this in the fall or in the summer this year. We did lemonade packets. And I'm going to share with you where some of these ideas came from in just a minute. The bubble wands, packed 36 for $39. I actually got mine from the dollar bin at Target. It went a little crazy. I'm not allowed to go to the dollar bin because I'm the only one that can spend $500 and not even make it into the store. But it's all for business and they're fun. And then do an ice cream social. call me for the scoop on the current real estate market. How often do we go places, especially right now, where they're like, oh my gosh, what's going on in the market? There's a lot of confusion, and the consumers, our clients, are looking at us to be the expert and to share the right information. So I think we have some huge opportunities going into the spring market. And if your business has been like ours has been in January, things are heating up. We're getting lots of phone calls. We're meeting with a lot of sellers that aren't necessarily going to be on in a week, but they're going to be on in April and May. We're waiting out the cold season, which you don't have. So we're going to have a good spring. So have fun with it and be prepared. Peggy Ureth is a CRS out of Sacramento, California, and has a website called popbyideas.com. popbyideas.com. She's fantastic. I've had a girl crush on her and her entire business model for years. And last year I finally called her and said I was coming there. And I called and I said, hey, Peggy, I'm Kim Cameron. I'm a CRS out of St. Louis, and I am your biggest fan. Crickets. I was like, hello? I'm like, are you? She's like, oh, I thought this was a recording. I'm like, do I need to start over? So I ended up meeting her and having lunch with her. She is the real deal, authentic, and has some really cool stuff. So there's some fantastic ideas for all the different items that you might want to think of for by month, by year, if you just need to get your creative juices flowing. When it comes to supplies, you're going to find free is one of my favorite 4-letter F words. I love free and I love to keep things inexpensive. All of these things come from Amazon, and I love the little hang tag to the top right that's kind of like a house. You can customize the message on top of there, and it has little cutouts to attach your business card. So on one side is a business card, and on another side is a customizable message. 50 of them for $25. And they come in a ton of different colors. I just gave you white. Different die cut bags that you can use. The one in the middle has a clear handle. I love to find things that are easy, and I never want our supplies to be out. Ribbon, I'll just buy on Amazon because it's easy. And green is my thing. So you're going to see a lot of green, but they come in all different colors. And if you have not spent time on Avery.com creating sticky business cards, logos, marketing pieces, put that on your nugget list and go there. Take some time to learn Avery. You can print on demand, print offsite, and it's just such a great resource in our business. And we love being able to use Avery.com to design things. So when it comes time to following up with past clients, if you've been in this business more than a minute, and when I say more than a minute, more than 10 years, 20 years, and feel free to put in the chat room how long you've been in the business, there are going to be clients on your list that, gosh, you used to have a home phone number for them and they don't have it anymore. Or maybe the cell phone was back in the day when people would switch cell phone numbers every time they would switch providers, all that kind of stuff. Or maybe they had an AOL account. All the things that happen because it doesn't matter. You send them a birthday card. They're on your holiday card list. They don't show up to anything. So how do you get back in front of them in a non-creepy way that gets back in their good graces when everything else has failed? Because statistically, some of these clients have been in their home long enough, in the next 12 to 36 months, they have a high probability of moving. Well, all of my things that didn't work, from equity evaluations to client events, Mother's Day, Father's Day cards, what I found was just flipping the script and having fun with things like national holidays. So taking away that icebreaker of getting my foot back in the door. Like, oh my gosh, why did you just come by my house? Why did you call me when I haven't heard from you? Because some of these clients, maybe we did forget about them for a few years. All those kinds of things. Well, national holidays became my fun party about 7 years ago. And if you've ever heard me talk or speak about anything, I always mention national holidays. And here are a few that are coming up, and you just go to nationaltoday.com. So there's a few that are kind of fun, from National Belly Laugh Day, National Cameron Day. I don't even know what that is. It just happens to be my last name. So I threw that on there. I have an event every year on National Margarita Day, and we get anywhere from 2 to 6 referrals. And all we do is just find someplace fun and I buy a few pitchers of margaritas and some appetizers. And most of the people that send referrals will never come to National Margarita Day. But it was a fun way that kept me top of mind and reminded them of me. And usually I'll get that call that says, oh my gosh, I feel horrible because I never come to your client events, but you caught me at the right time and I really need your help because my mom just passed away. Or this is perfect timing. The reason I couldn't come is because my kid is going back to college and we are freaking out because they're getting ready to graduate from college and we don't need this big home anymore. And all those lifestyle changes that happen with our clients. So a few fun things on here and ways that you can incorporate this, whether it's social media, a postcard, marketing, a simple icebreaker for a conversation with someone that you go, oh my gosh, I have no idea what to say. I don't know why I'm calling. Well, you know what? It's National Avocado Day. And I thought I'd share with you my favorite guacamole recipe. There are always things. National Walking Day. I know CRS, you do a walk and talk. What a fun day to incorporate your clients on April 5th and say, April 5th is National Walking Day. Let's all get together and take a nice walk. And oh yeah, by the way, we're going to raise money for like an organization. Throw a charitable component in with that. So you're doing the right thing for the right reasons while also benefiting your business. Something that I do love, and I'm not the only one because I'm sure I'm speaking to the choir here when it comes to Canva. But these are a few of the things that we've put together over the years. National S'mores Day is in August. Wouldn't that be fun to do a campfire event with your clients on the beach and invite them and have a good time? National Cappuccino Day. There's 4 or 5 different types of coffee days, latte days, etc. Donut days. Pick a random donut shop and invite clients to join you that morning. Buy them a donut. And if you guarantee donuts to that particular local store, then take your leftovers to the first responders in the community. National Watermelon Day. We have Pride for tacos, Wine Day, all kinds of fun stuff along the way. True story, my National Blueberry Muffin Day was an absolute dud. I made the most beautiful blueberry muffins, but if you actually dug inside, they were mostly raw. And I had nobody show up, but you know who didn't know that nobody showed up? No one, because they didn't know what they didn't know. And I still got one referral from that absolute dud of a day because they didn't know what they didn't know. So have fun with it anyway. Cookies, you'll notice a theme with me with food and cocktails and puppies. If you're not using Canva Pro, I would recommend investing in it. It's not going to break the bank. It's about $120 for the year. It allows you to add in your branding, your logos, your colors, your fonts for your business, and a whole bevy of additional options for your marketing. I get asked a lot, you know, Crystal, I can throw this over to you as well in an Excel spreadsheet. Part of having a client event is what you do 7 and 8 weeks out to get together with your team, and your team isn't necessarily a real estate team. It could be your broker, your vendor, your people helping you execute the event and putting it all together, preparing for it, who does what and when, and what does that follow-up look like after the event to make sure that you have a higher level of conversion. So this is where the rubber meets the road on client events. I apologize, it's kind of small because it's Excel, but Crystal, I will give this to you so you can share it in your follow-up email, and I'll just put it in Excel so you can edit and make it your own. This is how we do well with client events because it's systemized, and systems will always set you free. It's intentional and it's a habit in our business at this stage. One other thing that we'll do, are you guys familiar with slide broadcast? Maybe slide dial. So slide dial allows you through 1-800 slide dial to circumvent somebody's phone and just go straight to their voicemail. I discovered it from one of our fellow CRSs, Michael Mayer, about 12, 13 years ago, because my mom is very long-winded, which is probably shocking because so am I. But there would be times I just needed to return her call and say, thanks, Mom, got your voicemail. I'll see you for lunch tomorrow, and not have the 20-minute call, because we all know there's clients that are going to be the long phone calls. Slide broadcast allows you to upload through their website a full list of clients and in one phone call reach hundreds. It's 10 cents a call for the first 500 and then it reduces from there. Now, in my opinion, used sparingly and respectfully, it can be incredibly effective. When we have inclement weather, we tend to be the tornado area here, or ice storms. We have weird weather in the Midwest. It's great to be able to send out just a bulk voicemail that says, hey, I wanted to let you know, we are out and about this weekend after the storm, after the tornado. If you need anything, please call me. We have gas-powered chainsaws, we have fence post stakes. We are here to help and we are out in the community making sure that everyone is safe, and just give me a call. That goes out to everyone, and it's a great way to be boots on the ground. It's also a fun way to just say happy 4th of July or a quick reminder about a client party. So if you use it correctly, make sure that your voicemail is very authentic, not perfect. It's okay to have a little hiccups because that's how most of us talk. And add one friend, because the friend will always let you know, hey, that sounded great, or it sounded a little canned. You can do better. That good friend that's always going to be honest with you. So slybroadcast.com, check it out. Think about some other things that you can be doing in your business, from the usual to the atypical. I'm going to encourage you to add home equity reports or home equity evaluations to your list of things to do. Make sure that you have all of those added to your list. I know you're already sending updates and CMAs to your clients. Tweak the name of it and try to do it a little bit differently. Lastly is put together your annual calendar. If it's not written down, it's probably not going to happen. Make sure that you have some daily, weekly, monthly, I call them repeatables. What is that thing you're going to do in your business consistently? I don't want you to revamp, but what does it look like if you just and then sum a few items? If you say, okay, I didn't do any pop buys last year, or I did 3, what does your business look like if you did 4 or 5? Or maybe you wrote handwritten notes for a while and you stopped. What does your business look like if you incorporate a weekly habit of additional handwritten notes? How often do you see something on Facebook where somebody goes, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This happened this weekend. One of my buyer's agents, her daughter was skiing and got first place in the downhill for the first time ever. She's 12, cutest thing on the planet. How exciting is that? Well, how often do we just, put a heart, way to go, and congratulations, and the balloons blow on Facebook and Insta, versus sending a handwritten note, popping that in the mail, or in this case, dropping a little bouquet of balloons by that says, Izzy, I'm so proud of you. First place. Wow, what an accomplishment. Way to go, kiddo. That takes that relationship to the next level. It makes you top of mind at a higher level. And if there's ever a doubt, when they come across another realtor, you are going to have that loyalty cemented at a much higher level. A few other things: sharper agent, lighter side of real estate. I'm going to try to keep us on schedule today. Kind of fun for marketing things, different items you can incorporate in your business. A sharper agent, I think, is $40 a month. Lighter side is free, and they have a monthly fee that you can pay at a higher level. I know agents that love it for their email templates. I don't endorse anything, so I'm just sharing some different stuff with you. If you have Remine as part of your MLS, that's predictive analytics, and it's great. So if what I'm finding is a lot of agents have it, but they're not doing the deeper dive to the level that they could. So check that out. I do also love giftcards.com. How often do you go, oh my gosh, I wish I just had that last minute something to throw out to somebody because they did something nice, or as I like to say, reward the action, not the results. When an agent sends you a referral and you just want to thank them and make sure that no matter the result, you always are appreciative, and you can just thank them at a different level. So giftcards.com has customizable gift cards where you can put the client's photo on it. You can put their home on it, the family. They also have a corporate account that you can put your logo. So it's 100% business expense. Again, I like things that don't require me to go out shopping. That's not everyone. This is just something that works for me. And my superpower, and I'm kind of a one-trick pony, I love William Dean chocolates. They are very expensive to send to Hawaii. So find something similar to this if you can. I like that it's just something pretty and it's different. So I'm sure you have some beautiful chocolatiers, and let's face it, the candy that you guys bring to conferences is my favorite. And it's why my girth has expanded over the years. Trisha, I completely blame you. So anyway, William Dean Chocolate has just a beautiful presentation. So find something that's just a little bit extra special that just says thank you. So reward the action, not the results. And that can be with a realtor, a client, a vendor, just that little act of kindness to say thank you. Now, here's what I'm going to ask of you now. Here's where I want to ask a few things. What do you need help with in your business? And I'm going to go over here. So I'm literally going to pull out my whiteboard, and I want you guys to off mute yourselves. And I don't know how much you can, and I don't know how well this is going to work. So Crystal, keep tabs if we have anything in the chat room, but I'd like to know what are some things that you guys are looking for in your business, and you can put it in the chat room and I can get it from Crystal later, because I want to write them down so that when we do the listing abundance class next month, we can also make sure we hit this too, because not every class is going to hit the need of everyone, but I have the ability to add some additional content. We teach a class on pricing and a whole bunch of other stuff. So if you want to share, you can also type it in the chat and I can get that from Crystal later. That may actually work better in this particular format since I don't have all of you on screen and unmuted at the moment. So I want you to think about that, because we are going to have this class coming up on the 21st and 22nd from 8 a.m. to noon, I believe. And I went ahead for all of you and saved a tiny URL that makes it super easy to find the link on CRS.com for this class. And it's February CRS class. That should hopefully be super, super easy. And we can put it in and just go ahead and register. It's going to be a fun class, but I do like to ebb and flow the direction of the curriculum based on those of you that are in the room. We will teach the CRS course completely, but I also have the autonomy to bring in some other content that's going to meet the needs of all of you attending. So tinyurl.com/February CRS class. That will get you there. It is in the chat as well. And if you have any questions, kim@kimcameron.com, my cell phone. I am a realtor first, instructor second. I am a full-time practitioner like all of you. I just happen to love sharing and learning with realtors, and quite honestly, learning with my CRS friends is by far the most fun. So thank you for letting me share a few things as a preview to what you can expect next month. Hopefully I was high energy enough and not too off the rails, but I love teaching with and learning with all of you, and Hawaii is just a special place in my heart. So thanks for giving some of your time today. I'll let Crystal take it back.
Thank you so much, Kim. That was excellent.